new package. That time of the year. Gonna be setting up Nate's bow today. This is the brand new XQ30. So I set up my XQ32 last week. So this is a little shorter. All right, so these are the EKO cams. Super easy to adjust, let off. You could have this thing up to 90% let off, which is insane. I'm not sure who would do that. Most states don't allow it. But obviously this is the XQ30, so 30 ATA. Mine's 32. Brace height 6.5. So they have a couple of different brackets for peak draw weight. So this one's in the 55 to 70 pound category there. Speed 340 FPS. So we'll set this at 80%. Is that 80% let off? Sound good for you? Just some Bear specs. I mean, I love this olive color. I think they tweaked it a little bit from the past years.
They did.
I like it. Maybe like a touch more green to it. Built-in level, which is nice for everything, setting it up wise. Vibration.
Those are new.
This is new. Vibration reduction system. I'm not sure what they're calling it. I could tell shooting the 32 the past week, it just sounded quieter to me when I was shooting it compared to some of the past Bear bows I've shot. So
Wider limbs.
Wider limbs.
You should go grab a redemption or something.
This is just from one. So you can see the difference. Refine this is their 22 bow. So holding up the XQ next to it.
Definitely wider.
Gosh, I mean, at least a 1/4 inch. So that's neat. All right, so I'm no expert. I've literally only just built one bow before, but I want to get better at it. So I'm gonna run you guys through this bow build. I might not do everything perfect. I'm still learning. So if you notice something I'm doing wrong, comment. If you think I'm doing something right, comment. Get these this fancy stuff off of there. Okay. So it's nice because I'm able to look at Nate's bow in previous years, but I was pretty dang close. I'm gonna tie in some knock sets for him. I think that's what they're called. And then the D-loop. If you go to like a bow shop and you already have arrows, definitely bring them because I'm able to use Nate's arrow and get exactly what he needs. Make fun of me all you want. I don't have a small Bic lighter, so I'm using this right now. Always have the flame up. After watching a lot of videos, well, first I'll say, if you're watching this video to like learn, great. But I'll tell you, I just watch better guys than me on YouTube. So, Knock On, I guess I'm talking to that camera. Is that still going?
Yeah.
Knock On is really good, and Crispy is really good. I also love the local guys that we have, Bow Only Outdoors. Those guys are really solid. One thing I learned is like everybody does it differently. It's at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of knots, and whatever knot you want to do, there's really not a wrong answer. There's certain reasons to do certain things, but a lot of it's just preference. No, hopefully that works for you, man. All right. Do you want red or white D-loop?
White is fine.
Okay, I've got them both roughly tied in here, but with this first one, I gotta make sure this is tight. So I'm gonna tug. Okay, I'm gonna light that on the. Do you like a shorter or longer D-loop?
I like short D-loop.
Okay, so this might look short, but you will cramp it and it'll lengthen to what Nate likes. Okay, now you can get this fancy tool or just use a pair of needle nose, but this will really just help tighten it up. Okay, that's that. Do you want to jump right into Peep?
Sure. Do you want me to draw, see if it holds? Or
I don't care.
you can tie the peep in and then I can check it. That's weird.
Okay, so what I didn't realize until I started getting into this more was that this string is indicates like the two halves of the string. So it's kind of like the placeholder. Geez, this is a lot shorter than your current bow. I think that'll be pretty close.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have you draw. Obviously, don't shoot.
I know we always say that my drawing's 28 and a half, but maybe I just need to get used to the feel of that. We should just keep it for now.
Telling you.
65. Yeah, try to find that normal anchor.
How does that look on my arm?
I mean, you look maybe a little bit more bent than usual.
Closer.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I would need a little bit more than that, but.
Okay.
Do you want to tell people where we're at here?
So we got a sight on for Nate. I haven't leveled it out or anything, but he's able to give me a good peep spot. I'm gonna now, just before I forget, tie in the rest string. Just like tying in a D-loop or your peep, there's all sorts of different knots you can do. I just do the over and under simple knot that a lot of guys like, and I'll see how I like it this year for the bow I've been shooting and how Nate likes it. But the guys at Shields actually would do it a little different, which I've seen done as well. It's not the bad way to do it. This way seemed pretty easy and looked clean. So. So once again, up to you whether or not you want to take advice from me. But for this, I'm just going to be tying over and under knots, and I'm going to kind of work into the peep. I'm not going to start I'm going to start where the two strings meet, so that I'm not opening up these knots. So I'll get right up to where I need to be. Later on, I'll shove it up once I've got a good knot going, but one on top, one on bottom, just squeezing tight every time, and then I'll work up 16 to 20 of these. All right, so I've tied 20 knots. This last one, I'm going to basically weave this last knot in between my last and second to last groove here, and then pull it super tight. Because this is such a short bow, 30 ATA. There's just like not a ton of like usable string. Like I've got, gosh, that might be less than a foot. About a foot of string here. So, and with Nate being 6'1", his peep's a little higher. So I'll basically just tie as much as I can and keep bringing it down. I should be able to still get 20 knots in here. Get some D-loop material.
Just for tightening it or what?
Yeah, that sucker's tight. All right, you rolling there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use a little leftover serving here and tie this peep in. It's unlikely but possible that it can fly out when you shoot. So
Really?
yeah,
If you don't tie it in.
yeah. One knot up top. Another knot down low. One more up top. And then you do the square knot to really hold it in place.
Nice work. Nice job.
Shoot it.
Should I level the sight?
I
Actually, no, it
mean,
needs to go that way. By like a pretty good chunk. I think I'll probably just go shoot this right out the range, and I could do a sighting in the new execute video too.
I want to see, we should just shoot one arrow on here for
Sure.
video's sake.
Do you have any stabilizers lying around here?
Yeah.
Should I just put them on quick? It's definitely better on the
Make sure that arrow's. Didn't blow up.
No, and it seemed like I didn't really look, but it seemed like the peak straightened down out there.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Was it really good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's shoot it through paper.
Still a left tear.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah, less.
All right, well, that's a wrap on Nate's Execute 30 build. Had to basically adjust everything in the end. We adjusted draw, put on a sight, a rest, D-loop, knock set, peep, And we also shot it through paper, I don't know, maybe 10 times, and the last one looked great. So next, it's up to him. See if he can get this thing sighted in at the range and hunt the cold front that's here tomorrow. Good luck.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for coming to Tom's Bow Shop.